Hi guys, this week on Sailing Samantas, it's V-Berth time.
Good afternoon, guys. It's Saturday, February 20th. Not all that cold out, but still definitely wintertime here in Vermont. I got some choices again as to what I'm going to do. Still too cold to do fiberglass work. So it's back to some deconstruction. I can start the deconstruction on the port side of the boat, behind the galley and the settee. That's all got to come apart. Port light leaks over there, same as I had on the starboard side. Or I can jump up into the V-Berth and start taking that apart. The hatch in the V-Berth is leaking somewhere. That needs to be investigated. And the headliners and the cabin top up there need to be pulled apart. I think I'm going to start taking the V-Berth apart today. So I've been coming over here all winter, working on the boat. And I finally did it today. I have my ladder folded up, locked to the boat cradle. Shame on me twice. First of all, I forgot the keys. And second of all, there's really no need for a lock over here. I didn't know anything about it. When I first moved over here, I looked. It was beautiful. The people were nice. But I didn't realize that there just really isn't a need for a lot of security here. It's a safe neighborhood. Most people just toss their ladders under their boats, and that's that. So now I know. There's no need to lock your ladder up. It'll still be there when you get back. So there's a couple others in the marina. I'll have to grab another one so I can get up and do my job. So I'll get inside, and I think we're going to tackle that V-Berth. Didn't think we get that much snow this week. But I need to start by digging myself out. Here's a look around the yard. Boats. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping. And there's the lake out there through the trees. It is a pretty spot. More boats, a lake in the background. That stone building down there, that's headquarters there. Bathroom, showers for the marina. I don't know if you'd call it maybe a clubhouse, possibly. It's quite a spot. All right, let me dig myself out here. All right, guys, we're back inside. I got some snow cleaned off. A little more natural light coming through the port lights and the hatches. As with all things boat project related, first you got to start by moving a bunch of stuff out of your way before you can even get started doing what you want to do. And when you're filming, you got to make sure that the camera has enough light. So we're starting in the V-Berth. I've just got some stuff piled in here. Not a whole lot. And I don't need to get underneath, I don't believe, underneath the bed. Headliners, wood trim, get around that hatch. That'll be about it. Got my GoPro all set up, ready to record. I'm gonna do another time-lapse video. I'll get this all torn apart. Hope you enjoy the show. got the V-Berth pulled apart. I did find a couple of things I didn't know were rotten. Can't say I'm surprised. This boat probably hasn't had a ton of maintenance done in a long time. So stuff gets neglected and problems arise. So let me show you where we're at, what was accomplished, and what I found wrong. Well, there it is. That probably looks a little different. One of the bonuses with this boat is the glue that holds the vinyl onto the hull behind shelves and everything. It's just nothing left. So that comes apart very easily, and it leaves very little to sand and clean up. So that's nice, because I know that can be a big project, just getting it cleaned up. Back up a little bit. That screw right there has a hole. Goes right through the outside of the boat. I don't know, but maybe that's why this is wet. It's not really rotten. This up here is a little soft, but it's not bad. I was thinking that the leak was caused by the hatch. Because, hey, you got a big hole in the roof. It would make sense that it might leak. It was wet in this corner. The trim was wet. The plywood ring that's just there to staple the headliner to and attach trim to, it was rotten. So a little moisture up in there. We're going to get that hatch sealed up. We're going to take care of that hole where the screw is. This one's kind of weird. I haven't finished figuring out why. This bulkhead way up here in the bow, in the end of the V-berth, the port side of the boat, up in top there, that whole corner is rotten and wet. The stringer that runs through it, it ends about 3 inches beyond that, but that's rotten and wet on the end. But everything below there is fine. Everything over here to the starboard side is fine. Just this upper port side corner. The chain locker is behind there on top. So I'm not sure if it's something to do with the chain locker that would allow that to leak. I gotta investigate. It does hinge to the port side, the lid. Maybe the hinges on the chain locker hatch. So that's wet. These little shims that they added, those are wet. That's what the headliner was attached to. And I'm kind of blocking the light. We're looking at the port side, the aft end of the V-berth. The top of this little thing here, this hatch here, that's wet. I don't know how far down that's a problem. So I'm going to have to investigate that. Because all this is getting painted, if it doesn't go too far, I might actually be able to just cut out a small chunk, a scarf and a piece of bulkhead there, clean it up real nice. It's all getting painted white. And possibly the same thing here. I might not have to rip everything apart to get to it. Those were surprises. Well, I guess surprise is not the right word. I expected to find some problem up here. So that's where we're at with the V-berth. You can see I got a little tiny mess left to clean up. Everything else is cleaned up here. That wasn't too bad. One other thing, and it's not going to happen this year, I don't think. I just don't have time to get everything done that I'd like to get done. The black water tank underneath here. I'm leaning toward a Nature's Head composting toilet. that creates more space and simplifies a lot of things. They seem to have good reviews. They say they don't smell. I've heard some nightmares about the marine head and holding tank situation anyway, so I don't know for sure yet what direction we're going with that. I'm going to suffer through a year at least with this thing, the way it's set up. At the very least, I'd like to have the experience and know firsthand why a lot of people are swapping to the composting toilet. There are some pluses. More storage. There's a lot of storage under there. That's the big one. But I'm gonna try it the way it is for the summer, with the pump out and the whole show. You know, breaking the head, those kinds of things, that can't happen with a composting toilet. Less mess, less space. But I don't want to smell it. I also don't want it sloshing around underneath my mattress. I'm going to try both, I think. Curious, any insight, thoughts on any of this stuff? People with some experience in the area. Love to hear what you think. That's it for today. The other thing I think I might do is these two drawers down here underneath the V-Berth. There again, it's just a waste of space. You get rid of those doors, close that in, make the hatch open from the top, or do just one big door down there. There's so much room that's just not being used. I might do something with that as well. Both sides. They're kind of neat. They got a funny angle on them. Just a waste of space. So we'll see. So that's today's project. Let's see, next week. Still cold. I still can't get the MDO. This is all the stuff that came out of the V-Berth. I might put this back in the V-Berth and start ripping and tearing on this side of the boat here. So that, I mean, that's got to come out. The other thing I could do, and I haven't got into yet, is I could start tearing this quarter berth apart in the back here. And then I also, of course, have all the trim and the cushions and all that stuff sitting at the house as well. So there's no shortage of projects. Boats are great for that. They'll keep you busy. Always something new to do. Okay, guys. Have a good week. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment and share. Helps us to gain traction on YouTube.